Hey guys! So this is a video that I have been putting off a little bit, mostly because what I am doing in this video is something that I'm really nervous about. A little bit of context. A while ago, I was kind of thinking about getting a American Girl doll mini-me, a doll that looks like me in some capacity. I thought about it and I wasn't really sure in which direction I wanted to go in because there's a couple of factors. To me, American Girl dolls are children. They're 10 to 12 years old, much like how all of the characters, whether they're historical or modern, tend to be around that age range. So to have a doll that is a mini me, but an adult mini me would be weird. It's not weird. I personally don't really like American Girl dolls that have been done up with a lot of piercings and makeup. I think it looks a little odd. It's not really my taste. So I didn't want my mini me to look like that, especially if you consider it having a beard. I always have a beard. I never shave it off. And to have a mini me that is an adult version of me without the beard makes me feel a little dysphoric. So, but to have one with a beard feels really weird to me. So, if I were to have a mini me, it would have to be child me. The problem is, I was still identifying as a girl when I was a child. I didn't realize I was trans until I was in my mid 20s and started medically transitioning a few years later. So to have a mini me doll that is a child, it would be a girl, and I didn't want that. So I tabled the idea. I decided I'm not going to do it. Probably like a month later, I'm still thinking about it. I'm on a doll server, and a few of the people there have mini me's, and I brought it up there because of the fact that I do still kind of want one, but I couldn't figure it out. Somebody there suggested that I have it be a boy doll, as if that was me as a child, kind of like a what if scenario. What would I have looked like as a child and a boy? And I kind of liked the idea, and I impulsively, uh, went on eBay and found a cheaper doll, not historical, no character tied to it or anything like that. It's a truly me. I don't even know its number, but I made sure it had blue eyes, brown hair, and freckles because you probably can't tell here. And I definitely have lost some. I used to have more freckles, mostly on my face, when I was a child. So here is the doll that I purchased. I think the hair is a little light, but it's hard to say. Mine could have gotten darker with age. I don't know. It's a 2008 doll. It's American Girl, not Pleasant Company, so it's not vintage or anything like that. It's in good shape. Gave it a little bit of a clean. It's got some marks on it, but I really don't mind. And this is the doll that I picked to be my mini me. Obviously, the hair length is too long. Granted, I am growing it out, but for a child me, a potentially perceived boy child me, I probably would have shorter hair. I do like that the part is on the same side as that I have it now. Even though when I was a kid, I definitely had a middle part, which was popular in the 90s. This is Peter, my mini me, and today's video is me cutting his hair. Potentially, I really should at least a little bit of a haircut, maybe not short like some of the boy dolls that American Girl has. I know American Girl boy dolls aren't as common because it's right in the name of the brand, American Girl, but they have had some. I don't know. I know there's one character who was a boy. I don't remember his name, but I know that they sometimes will have a few Truly Me's that are boys. And I did think about that buying new, but they only have two options, a light skinned one and a dark skinned one. Obviously, I would go for the light skinned one, but the light skinned one had blonde hair. And for $135, I really didn't want to buy a doll that I would potentially have to re-wig, which I really didn't want to get into all of that. Hence why I went for the cheaper. I think this one was $30, with the caveat that I would be cutting his hair. Something else that I thought of a little bit more recently, it was maybe a week or so, I don't remember when I bought this, probably a month ago at this point. Just been sitting on my shelf waiting for this because I've been putting it off. I don't know how to cut hair. I've never cut my own hair. At the most, I've buzzed it, but that's with clippers, and that's completely different. I've done a little bit of hairstyling with my BJDs and the ones that I have made wigs for, but all of them have yarn wigs. It's brushed out yarn and then straightened to make it look shiny and not fluffy. This is, I don't know what type of synthetic hair, but if you've ever played with a Barbie or an American Girl, you know exactly what it feels like. It's very plasticky, but it's smooth, more like human hair as opposed to yarn hair. So I'm nervous, but I have a water bottle, a spray bottle, excuse me, and a pair of scissors that are technically hair scissors, but I've never used them to cut hair. I usually use them to cut tags and stuff off of new clothes, so I don't mind cutting plastic hair with them. I don't know if this is going to work. Ignore all of this. I have been junk journaling, as I'm sure you've seen in my last two videos, and I will be continuing to junk journal next video. But I don't feel like packing it all up just for me to unpack it. I've got a American Girl Pleasant Company hair care apron thing here, mostly to protect the body from from water and from loose hair. I really don't know what's the best way for me to do this because American Girl dolls are very floppy. They only have hips and shoulder pivot points, so oh god. Why isn't this working? This bottle works. I know it does. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my god, I've done it. think I'm done. I don't want to fuss with it anymore. I don't want to try and put layers in because it's hard enough as it is to get it to look nice as a blunt cut. But it kind of gives me 90s boy cut with it. I don't know how you can see that, higher in the front, lower in the back. Now I know that in real life, those kind of 90s heartthrob boy cuts, that was where it's like the part in the middle and the whatever, they had layers in the back, but I don't trust myself to do that. I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I just gotta clean up. I knew it was gonna be messy, but I didn't expect it to be that messy. So pause. I'll be right back. It's not great. It's the best I can do. And it definitely makes him look more like a boy than he did with the longer hair. So recently, more recently than me getting him, I got some clothes directly from American Girl's website. I got mostly Courtney clothes because I think some of her stuff is really cute. Courtney is a historical 1980s doll. So, t-shirt, tank top, sweatshirt, another tank top, and another tank top. And then I also got Julie's skate outfit. I didn't bring the roller skates over just because I wasn't going to put him in them anyway. And it comes with this t-shirt, these shorts, these socks, and a little hairband. I obviously don't need that. And then last thing I bought was a pair of glasses, since I've been struggling to find glasses for him that I think would work. I'm not thrilled about the color because it is pink and blue and kind of green. I didn't want pink, but on American Girl, this is the best pair of glasses that they had. And I plan on going back to the doll boutique at some point. It keeps getting pushed farther and farther back because of stuff happening. So I haven't been able to go back yet, but I know that they have more glasses that are plastic frames in more colors. And while I know when I was a kid, I used to wear like more narrow oval glasses because that was what was in style back in the early 2000s when I got glasses. Late 90s is I think when I was first found out that I needed glasses. And I just remember a couple of pairs that I've worn throughout the years. There was a purple oval pair, a narrow rectangle pair in black, I think, or dark green. But as I got older, bigger, rounder frames, just also more in style right now, is what I've gravitated towards. So I want to try and put together an outfit. Also, the pair of khaki shorts that I made a while ago. While I'm not thrilled with the length with this pair, and I do want to try and remake a khaki pair that are shorter, more like the jeans, I want to try and put something together. And then I also have a pair of white canvas sneakers from the doll boutique. So let's try and put together an outfit for him until I can go back to the doll boutique and buy some more boy clothes, because they have a whole section for boy clothes, and I just at the time didn't know I was going to want them anymore, so I didn't buy anything. And there he is. Definitely not the best outfit I could have made. Like I said, I don't have many clothes that would work with a boy from the 90s and early 2000s. That is my plan to eventually get. for him. But I got him in Julie's shorts and socks, the shoes from the Doll Boutique, and one of Courtney's tops, and then the glasses for now. I do really like the haircut. I probably could have done a better job, but having no haircut experience, I think I did pretty good. And somebody pointed out to me that Julie's skate outfit, especially with the socks, is very trans coded. And it's true, the socks are blue, pink, and white, which are the colors of the trans flag. Hence why I put him in them for now until I can get, I think I have a white pair of socks, but I wanted to have him in these since I am trans and so is he. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy sewing, crafts, or anything to do with the dolls, please consider a follow. I upload every Sunday, and I hope to see you there. Bye.